May. So, today's video is about how I organize my life. And today's video is sponsored by Notion, which I still can't believe because I've been using this Notion for a while, especially since I got this hospital pharmacist job. Notion's just been my life. So when I got the email from the Notion team about collaboration, I was like, how can this be possible? Anyway, so in this video, I'm just going to talk about how I got to know about Notion and how I'm using Notion to organize my life. I'm just going to give you a quick Notion tour. Just to let you know, in case you didn't know, Notion is completely free. You can always upgrade your plans if you want, but honestly, their free version is really good as well, quite enough. So in case you want to have a go after watching this video, I'm just going to leave the link in the description box, so check it out. So basically, I'm a very clumsy person and I'm really forgetful. But compared to that, I do have so many things going on in my life. First of all, I'm a pharmacist who just got qualified and started a new career in a hospital, which is like a completely different environment. So of course, I do have a lot to learn. And secondly, as you guys know, I'm a YouTube creator. Literally, in terms of my channel, I do everything from A to Z. So I do need to organize things really well. And thirdly, I live in a foreign country by myself. So of course, I do have a lot of things to sort out, like literally all the time. Council tax, bills, car parking, rent, grocery shopping. Literally, like there are so many things that I always need to do. And on top of that, I do like thinking about my future. So I do like to plan some random ambitious projects, and I do like searching for some random places that I want to visit at some point. And very occasionally, but still, I do like writing my emotions and feelings sometimes. So there are just like so many things going on in my life, and I just wanted to find like an app that I can just use it as like a memo, like for note taking, like calendar, and basically like kind of everything. So last year summer, right after graduation, I literally downloaded like random note taking and memo apps and everything, and I tried a lot of different applications, and I ended up using Notion. And I've been using Notion especially since I started this hospital pharmacist job. Like it's just been my like life itself. Literally, like Notion's got my entire life. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Notion before. So in this video, I think I'm just gonna mainly focus on how easy and simple Notion can be, because that was what I was a bit concerned at the beginning. So I'm just gonna start showing my Notion. Ta-da! Welcome to my life, everyone. This is Jess's Notion, and honestly, this is literally just my life. So I'm just gonna quickly show you each part. So in terms of pharmacy here, I've got hospital pharmacy and MSc clinical pharmacy. So this clinical pharmacy is something that I'm doing from my hospital. So if you get a band 6 job in an NHS trust in the UK, they give you an opportunity to do a clinical diploma. So there are like things going on that as well. So I put it here as well. But hospital pharmacy is just like a main thing that I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna click this hospital pharmacy. Ta-da! Isn't this quite like well organized? So I'm currently doing my trauma and orthopedic rotation. So this is kind of like my main thing. And in terms of cardiology and respiratory rotations, I haven't really done it yet. But what we do as a pharmacist at work is we need to review every single medicine that they're taking on admission. So obviously we do face all different like cardio conditions and respiratory conditions and everything as well. So for example, in terms of like respiratory, like I've got asthma, COPD, and pneumonia. And I do like my pneumonia note because it's quite clear, I think. So in terms of like pneumonia, we have community acquired pneumonia and hospital acquired pneumonia. So I got like a really nice table here to kind of see the differences and everything. So ABX here is antibiotics. And in terms of IV, you can kind of see different things as well. So when I go to ward, I always face different medical conditions that I don't really know completely, if you know what I mean. So I just like kind of write down the topics that I would like to revise. And when I come home, I kind of like complete making notes like this. If you want to kind of like check, for example, oh, were they using amoxicillin? I can just like type amox and then it will just come out like this, which is really cool. And the second section is also clinical pharmacy, but like more like revision focused. So in terms of like biochemistry parameters, so this is just like what I have roughly at the moment. So when I was doing my training in a community pharmacy, I just never really had any chance to look at the biochemistry results. But in hospital, like literally every single day, any cases, I do need to know for which medicine, which parameters to check, and which parameters, what's the out of the range, and what kind of medical conditions can be related. So I just made like 3 columns here like this. So medicine here, and parameter here, and a medical condition. So for example, when the patient is taking paracetamol, for example, we do need to check albumin. So I'm just like using this table whenever I face different medicines and different parameters and different medical conditions and everything. And I've got like new conditions, other topics, and random facts is quite an important / interesting note. So basically it's literally like random facts. So like in terms of like gabapentin dose should be reduced in renal impairment. Like this is just like a one thing, and I kind of find it is too much to make like a separate gabapentin folder to just write this down. So I just write it here as like random facts.
And this is one of the pages that I've got for MSc Clinical Pharmacy. For me, the most important thing to remember in uni was always just exams, pass marks, and the deadlines. I used to just save module handbooks somewhere in my laptop, but it would always take ages to find a file. But now what I do is just take a screenshot like this and put it as a photo on Notion so I can find the information anytime. This is a page back in hospital pharmacy, other topics, falls and frailty. But I just want to quickly show you that you can also put a link like this directly, which I find it really useful.
And I've got my YouTube. Description preset is literally the thing that I upload in description box because it actually takes quite much time to write everything. So I usually just like have it like this, and then I just change the tag. I usually just keep almost the same, but I always change the music, of course, because I need to give the credit to the artist like properly. So I have one English here and then one Korean one here. And then I've got content ideas here. So upcoming schedule and random ideas. So I don't really know if I'd like to expose this in this video, because that basically means that you guys would know that what kind of videos would be coming. So I'm just gonna keep this as a secret. But basically upcoming schedule was literally like some things that like I decide to make, so I would kind of like literally like cross it. And in terms of random ideas, it's just like I literally just like randomly think of, okay, I think I can make this kind of video, and then I just like edit on there.
Lastly, in terms of my life stuff, I think I just mainly use checklists. This is my things to do list, and whenever you're done, you just tick it here and it gets crossed and becomes grey. So things left become even more visible. And for this pharmacist registration application, there are lots of documents needed. So I've made an inner page like this, literally just to have another checklist here. I've actually done everything. So I just need to go to the post office and send everything by the end of this month, which hasn't really been ticked here.
So that was my Notion, everyone, aka my life. Personally, what I really like about using Notion is making inner pages, because I think those are kind of like a folder. So when you have some sort of information that you need to process and you need to plan how to sort it out, when you put that information written on Notion, you kind of need to sort out which folder that you need to put it in. And I think that process already helps you to organize when to sort it out and what to sort it out first. For example, let's say I want to plan going back to Korea at some point. I need to sort out my flight ticket. I need to sort out my holidays. So this holiday bit would be still related to my hospital pharmacy job. So that would go under the folder holidays, under everything else, under hospital pharmacy. So that's something that I need to sort out with work. And buying a flight ticket is something that I just need to buy. So that would go under things to buy, under life stuff. So even if it's like a one thing that I need to sort out, it can be like different parts. It really helps you to prioritize what you gotta do, and like you can kind of understand how urgent it is and what is it related to about and everything. So by showing my own Notion, what I really wanted to say to you guys was, it really doesn't have to be pretty or beautiful. As long as you're using all the things that you need from Notion, I think that's just good enough. It really doesn't have to look pretty and beautiful as everyone's got on YouTube. At least you have me now. So after watching this video, I'm pretty sure you'll be like, okay, Jess's Notion is quite basic, but if she finds it easy to use and if she finds it quite useful to use, I can just have a go, I guess. I will leave the sign up link in the description section, so just check it out. And if you have any questions about my Notion, just leave me a comment or direct message me. I will try to answer your questions. Anyways, thank you for watching my video today, and I will see you guys in my next video then. Have a great day, guys. Bye!